Hey guys, what's going on? I am Bell Decay. Got another video for you guys today. In this video, we're gonna be talking about like class thoughts and things like that. We're gonna be looking at the Frost Mage today. Been wanting to do a video like this for a while now. Just kind of had to get my ideas, my thoughts in the right place, and get them straight so I can make the video for you guys. We're gonna get into it real quick. Let's get started. So first things we're gonna look at are the talents. So in the talents, the first row we've got bone chilling, which it's the same thing. The only difference is there is two less stacks than there was in Legion. Lonely Winter, it's not as strong as it is in Legion at the moment. It's a 5% decrease in damage. Ice Nova, it's pretty much the same thing. Okay, that's that row for the 15 row. In the 30 row, you've got Glacial Insulation. It increases 200% ice barrier, and ice block applies ice barrier when it fades. So this talent changed a little bit going into Battle for Azeroth. It's 100% more armor. That's it. Shimmer, Shimmer is the same as it is in Legion. I don't see why anybody would not play this talent, but there might be people out there. Icy Flows hasn't changed. It's the same thing. Cast and move. That's all it is. Encanter's Flow, it's the same thing as it is in Legion. Mirror Images, the same thing. Rune of Power, the exact same thing. This row didn't really change at all, really. So that's about the same. In the 60 row, we've got Frozen Touch, which grants Finger Frost and Rain Freeze 20% more often. Now in Legion, it only gave Fingers of Frost procs by 40%. So it's a little different. I feel like it's a little better, a little more fluid. This was not in the game very long ago. This was just added recently. It's Chain Reaction. Ice Lance against a frozen target increases your damage with Ice Lances by 3% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. So what this is this is the legendary Frost Bracers that are in Legion right now. That's all this is. They just turned it into a talent. Ebon Bolt's the same thing as it is now. The artifact weapon talent hasn't changed. Same thing. Frigid Winds, same thing. It slows by 15%. Ice Ward, it's Frost Nova has 2 charges. That's it. Same thing, hasn't changed. Ring of Frost, same thing, hasn't changed. Just a fishnet, just to catch people. That's all it is. Alright, now 90, this entire row right here has changed. The entire row is different. So Freezing Rain, your Frozen Orb makes Blizzard instant cast, increases damage by 35%. This is a artifact trait in Legion right now. They just put it as a talent. That's what they did. So Splitting Ice is pretty much the same as it is in Legion. It's just cleave damage. Increases your damage a little bit and it hits a secondary target. The only difference is they added Ebon Bolt to it, along with Glacial Spike. So now your Ice Lance, your Ebon Bolt, and your Glacial Spike will all hit secondary targets. So it's just a little bit more cleave for Frost Mages. It's not a bad talent. I like it. It's not the worst. Comet Storm hasn't changed. It's the exact same way as it is in Legion. It's just AoE damage. Thermal Void, it's the exact same as it is in Legion right now. Just increases Icy Veins, and every Ice Lance increases the duration. Ray of Frost. Ray of Frost. It's been pretty lackluster in Legion. You know, nobody really picked it. It's kind of a bogus talent. But what they changed with it in Battle for Azeroth is it snares. So when the damage increases per tick, the snare also increases by 10% every second. And then at the end of the cast, it gives you 2 fingers of frost charges. That's new. It's also only like a 4-second channel, and it was a 10-second channel. So they shortened it up. They increased, the snare, and it's a lot better of a talent than it was. I really like it. I really hope that it's something really, really fun that we can play with in Battle for Azeroth. And then lastly is Glacial Spike. It's the same thing. It's the same talent as it is now. Instead of shooting your icicles, you just shoot a big spike. It's the same thing. Nothing's changed. Okay. So with all of these talents so far, they're not bad. The way that Frost Mage plays a lot like it does in Legion. It's very similar. Honestly, in my opinion, I would like a little more change. I would like a little more distinction, something different. So, I mean, they put in this, which is a legendary. That's all that is. And then they've put in this, which is an artifact trait. Honestly, I feel like they could put other things in as talents to make it feel a little better. I mean, I like the bracers in Legion. It's cool. The damage is nice. But I don't think it should be a talent. I think it should be, baseline woven into, Icelands. Give it like a certain percentage chance to increase the damage. Not make it a talent. But, I mean, they're the developers, not me. That's just my 2 cents. That's what I think. So, those are the talents for you guys. One of the last builds, they added in PvP talents. They added in the war mode. Something new coming in Battle for Azeroth. So, it flags you for World PvP. That's what it does. You turn it on in Orgrimmar, you turn it in Stormwind, wherever you're at. It has to be in that city. You have to turn it on then, and then you can, choose your different PvP talents. While you're flagged, it gives you, I think, 15% XP bonus. So it's a little bit of an incentive to do the world PvP and try it out. Personally, me, I'm gonna have it on at all times. I love PvP; it's my thing. So yeah. So the big talent right here is your 3 CC breakers. That's what these are. You get to choose one of the 3. Then instead of it being a talent rows like it was in Legion, we now have 3 little slots that we get to pick. And it's the same PvP talents that are in Legion right now. Nothing new has been added. I don't know if they're going to add anything new. I would love for them to add new things. But, I mean, only time can tell. It's still really, really early in the beta. So, we're just going to go over them real quick and show you guys what they are. So, Dampen Magic, it decreases dot damage on you. Kleptomania, instead of spell stealing one thing, it steals all buffs on the target, but it gives it a 30-second cooldown. Really fun against, Resto Druids. Chill to the Bone, your Frost Nova does damage when it ends, and it's doubled if it's dispelled. Not really that big of a deal. It's kind of lackluster. Not a big fan. Frostbite, you get chill effects, and it increases it to freeze the target. Now, that's really big as a Frost Mage, because as a Frost Mage in PvP, you've got to kite. You got to survive. That's huge. Deep Shatter, your Frostbolt deals 150% additional damage, but Frostbolt, Frozen Orb, Blizzard, freeze, and water jet no longer generate fingers of frost. The beginning of Legion, this was kind of strong, and it was pretty good. Now it's not so much. Now it's pretty bad. So you've got next up, Burst of Cold. Frost Nova instantly resets the cooldown. Cone Cold increases its damage by 400% for 6 seconds. Sorry. So I don't, I personally wouldn't use this. I could see where it could maybe be beneficial, but I mean, there's definitely better talents to choose from. So there's that. Ice Form replaces your Icy Veins, increases your Frostbolt damage by 30%, and you're immune to stuns and knockbacks for 12 seconds. Sounds really, really good, except for the fact that it gets dispelled just like Icy Veins does. So it's not that big of a deal. Netherwind Armor reduces the chance you'll suffer a crit by 15%. I definitely feel like this could be a better talent. Just 15% reduced chance of getting a crit. That's just not, it's not worth taking, honestly. Prismatic Cloak. After you shimmer, you take 50% less magical damage for 2 seconds. This was really, really good towards the beginning of Legion. So good that they nerfed it pretty hard to the ground, and it's just not viable anymore. Okay, so now you've got Concentrated Coolness. Your frozen orb damage is increased by 150%, and it's castable at a location with a 40-yard range, but it no longer moves. This talent is fun. It's a lot of fun. I love using it. It's a good way to trap people in somewhere. Divert them from certain places. It's a lot of fun, and it's really effective. Temporal Shield. Envelop you in a temporal shield for 6 seconds. 100% of the damage taken while shielded instantly restores your health when it ends. This is a lifesaver. It saved me countless times. It's really fun. You have to time it just right, otherwise you die. It's definitely a gamble, but it's definitely worth the reward. I like it a lot. So those are the PvP talents right now for Mage. I'm not happy about it. I definitely wish more things were added or changed, but for right now, it's literally a copy and paste of the PvP talents that we have right now, minus the V. So hopefully we get something cool, we get something new in the future. One thing I did forget to mention about war mode is that when you are out in the world questing and you are doing, your quests, your dailies, whatever you're doing out in the world, your PvP talents are active at all times. So, your orb, and if you have the snare, the freeze helps a lot while you're leveling. It freezes the targets. It takes a lot of damage. If you can get up to proc and if you can get the damage out, it's a lot of fun. The control is nice. I'm having a blast with it right now. It's definitely a lot better than it was in Legion, where it only activated when somebody came towards you or you were attacked. They're on at all times, so it's a lot of fun. Yes, you can get dependent on the way those things work in the PvP and the war mode, and then you go into a dungeon and they don't work like that anymore. It can take a little adjusting. So those are the talents. That is PvP and PvE talents. So we're just gonna keep rolling with this. One thing I do want to say is the Frost Mage damage. Like I said, it's pretty much the same rotation. It's Frozen Orb, Blizzard, things like that. Um, Icy Veins. What I wish is that Frostbolt would hit harder. Frostbolt literally hits for 0 right now. it hits for 900. Like it literally hits for nothing. I wish that casted spells hit way harder. I feel like Frost, we have so many procs that make things, instant cast, and they do so much damage. I wish that they would take some of that damage from the instant casts and put it into the casted abilities and make them that much stronger. That's how I feel about it. You may not agree with me on that. You may like the way it's played right now, but that's just how I feel about it. And I hope the changes come in soon. I hope we get some cool little things added, and hopefully good things will come. Another thing is with Battle for Azeroth, you get the necklace. You do get a necklace. It gives you traits. It gives you cool little things that unlock, and we don't know what all of those are quite yet. You also get the Azerite armor, which is your helm, your shoulders, your legs. Those unlock cool little traits too. Again, we don't know what all is there, so hopefully, as the beta goes on, we get to see more of that. We get to see just how cool these new ideas and these new traits are going to be. And you never know, mages might be totally different by the end of this beta. And, we just got to wait to see. So, for now, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy this. I really enjoy making videos like these. I will be doing a fire and a arcane video for the two other specs. And if you guys have any classes or specs that you would like for me to look at and check out, just let me know in comments down below. And until the next video, guys, I will see you later. Peace. Thanks for watching.